Welcome, everyone, to the 21st episode of Conversations with T. This is your host, T, and it's been quite a while since I last recorded an episode. But I'm super excited to be back, and I'm starting 2023 with none other than Miss Armani Mahwish. I've been following her on Instagram for quite a while, I'm and I love how she's very down to earth and she's very passionate about Islam, fashion, travel, lifestyle, and beauty. So how have you been, Armani? Thank you so much for joining me today. It's really great to have you here.
Hi, it's really nice for you to invite me, and I'm really happy that it's me here, your first guest on 2023. And I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, alhamdulillah. So we spoke for a bit after I got in touch with you about collaborating, and you did mention how people were giving me a hard time and rumors about you were even spread. And yeah, I wanted to have a discussion with you about that and about the topic of haters in general. I personally believe that it's very unfortunate how some people will go that extra mile to, put someone else down. They would perhaps misinterpret what that person said or did, and next thing you know, they end up writing a huge Facebook post about how so and so is a criminal, how horrible they are, why they should be boycotted, etc. And in some cases, they might even add lies just to make their post more I don't know, more entertaining, juicy, spicy. I don't know the correct word, but I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. And yeah, what do you have to say about that? Why do you think some people would use so much of their time and energy to get someone else canceled, basically?
Um, Firstly, I'd like to say this world is just like an unjust place to be with people around us. Everyone here is so judgmental. They're very nice in front of you. Like that's what I've been through for like last 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and things weren't easy for me. But Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Allah has helped me so much. And me being a 23-year-old now,
Mm-hmm.
I've faced so much. Like, even my mom says that it's really hard. Like, me seeing you go through this, even like, my mom just ate about it. I can see you going through so much of, like, hardships, like
Mm-hmm.
heartbreaks, everything was there. Like, 2022, 2023, Alhamdulillah, it's now doing a lot better.
I'm glad to hear that.
And
Alhamdulillah.
And
And
people around us, they make so much of negative comments, negative images, negative stories. Like at times people ask me like, "You've been through this, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did, but not that part, not
oh,
that part." Like there are a lot of parts that I haven't been through, like good, bad, everything, not just the সবসময় খারাপ বলে, not that সবসময় ভালো বলে. I hope you understand.
oh yeah, I do. Thank you for sharing that with us. I appreciate how some individuals actually went to you for a clarification and they didn't rush to pass unnecessary judgments and whatnot. That shows us that they were very mature about the situation, and this is a trait which we all must strive to attain. However, wanted to ask if the opposite took place, where people were very hasty, didn't come to you for verification, and also didn't hesitate to say XYZ about you to others.
They're like when people meet me, when they talk to me, when they meet me personally, they're like, "You're a different person." Like what I've heard about you, you're a different person there, and what I'm seeing right now, you're a different person. So for a year, I stopped using Instagram, Facebook, everything. I just ghosted from everywhere.
Hmm.
I wanted to hide, but trust me, that didn't help because people they thought that I'm the culprit here, I'm the bad person here, so I'm hiding. But I have nothing to hide. I didn't do anything wrong to anyone. Like
Hmm.
I've been through traumas, I've been through different bad things, a lot of things I can't explain in this. Like
I'm so sorry to hear that, and I just wish people could be, more considerate towards the person getting attacked. I'm not just referring to you. I'm just speaking in general terms. it may be fun to, laugh at certain individuals, throw labels at them, call them names, and join other people in mocking or ridiculing them. But this is really not the case with most, if not all people who get canceled. All the abuse, bullying, and harassment can seriously traumatize someone, and trauma is definitely not a joke, believe me. I personally struggled with PTSD, and I was bullied, and I was also emotionally abused. So that those contributed to my mental health going downhill. And yeah, a person can even become suicidal if others continue with their nonsense. Now when something very serious does take place, such as if this person ends up in rehab, or they go to therapy sessions, or they actually take their own lives, this is when, those people wake up and they then realize that they went too far. What do you think about that?
I'd like to add that the only bright side from all this harassment, bullies, and everything is before when people used to talk about someone else in front of me, like when they used to say bad terms, like when they used to like about them in front of me, I've never involved. Like I was never into that conversation, but I used to hear. Like I was there in the gossip, but not implementing anything. But now, when someone talks about someone behind their back, now I protest. Now I tell them that no, it's not right. You shouldn't talk about them like this, like when they're not in front of you, or like just now you were being very nice to them, but how are you talking about them? Now I protest. Now I ask them to stop. So that's the only bright thing I think I've taken from this whole scenario.
Mm. And what do you think, people who do that, they show you they act a certain way around you, but behind your back, they end up saying really, um, they end up saying bad things about you. What do you think that says about that person?
They're just like, they're just sad. They're just not happy with their life. So they keep on, you know, I
They're
don't know. They're just not happy people. They're just sad with their life. So
they're cowards, right?
they don't have hobbies. They don't have ambitions. They don't have anything to do better than, like, talking about people.
And that's honestly really sad. And I feel as though with social media and advanced technology around, it can become easier for these people to, take a step further, and they can actually make fake screenshots or videos by using certain apps. And like I mentioned earlier, that's very unfortunate. And it's also very scary because you can now imagine how many people would get deceived by all of that. And yeah, it's just I don't even want to think about it. And these people just do all of that for the sake of getting, I don't know, like likes,
Attention?
shares, views, or even followers. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely. All they want is attention. They don't care about how the other person feels or how they're taking this, but all they want is to have fun, right? Or seek attention, or in that process to gain few followers.
Hmm. And so from what you have experienced, what would you um what would you advise someone else who would, if you were to meet someone who's going through something similar as you did in the past, what advice would you
Just
give them?
tell just tell them, be yourself. Don't be afraid. Have faith in Allah. If Allah is there, if you didn't do wrong to anyone, Allah will help you. Allah will show you a bright side. Allah will give you a more brighter future, inshallah.
That's honestly something which all of us must be very mindful of. The thing is that people will eventually get tired of us if we keep asking them for help, but the same thing cannot be said about Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala gives us so many opportunities to seek His help, forgiveness, guidance, love, and support. Whether that's making dua during the last hour of Asr on Fridays, or even praying 2 units of Tahajjud prayer, and we really don't have any excuses. And I would also like to add that improving our relationship with our creator is also an excellent opportunity for us to grow and develop as human beings. I mean, think about it. It's very easy to be toxic. I mean, anyone can gossip, backbite, be mediocre, have low aspirations, etc. But not everyone can be high quality, intelligent, and impactful individuals. Being toxic makes life as well as your psychological state more dysfunctional, stagnant, and chaotic, whereas being a good human being, it promotes the opposite. It promotes harmony, peace, and contentment. And yeah, so I think that's all for now. Thank you, Armani, for joining me once again. It was very lovely having you feature in my podcast, and I really hope the rest of your evening goes well. Thank you and take care. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for having me here, and have a good night and take care of yourself.